Hello, and welcome to the lesson on pictographs and line plots. In this lesson, we'll be talking about both of these type of graphs. Let's start with pictographs. In a pictograph, the very first thing you're going to want to do is locate the key. Typically, the key is located on the bottom of a pictograph, and it's going to show us how much each picture is worth. So in this case, the picture of a shoe equals 2 shoes. They even give us what a half of a picture equals. They tell us that a half a shoe equals 1. Most of the time, those half pictures are not going to show up on your key, and you just need to know that if a whole shoe was 2, half of it would be 1. The next thing you need to do is organize your information. So if we take a look at Miss T, she has 1, 2, 3, 4 full shoes, which means she has 8 shoes there. And she has 1 half shoe, so she has a total of 9 shoes. Let's look at Mrs. Q. She has 1, 2 shoes, so that would be 4, and a half shoe, so that would be 5. And Miss C has 3 full shoes, so she has 6. Organizing this information and using numbers helps us when we have to start answering questions. And we might have a question: how many more shoes does Miss T have than Miss C? And a lot of times with pictographs, people are going to give the wrong answer because they're not going to convert the pictures to the actual amount. So writing in your actual amounts at the end of your chart is definitely going to help you answer those questions more correctly. A couple items that a pictograph also has to have is it's going to have a title, usually located at the top. So in this case, it says counting shoes. That is the main overall topic that we're talking about in this graph. And then we have 2 labels. We have classroom and we have number of shoes. Those are the labels or more broken apart information. All graphs have to have the title, the labels, and the organization of the information. A pictograph also has to have that key. Let's move on to line plots. A line plot is a straight line that has all the values of the data you're going to use. In this case, they gave us a range from 1 to 9. So all of our data falls within that range. Each X in a line plot represents usually a person, but it is representing what we are counting. So in this case, if we were counting shoes again, maybe there are 3 people who own 2 pairs of shoes, 1 person who owns 3 pairs of shoes. There's no X's in 4, so nobody owns just 4 pairs of shoes. But 4 people own 5 pairs of shoes. 1 person owns 6 pairs of shoes. 2 people own 7 pairs of shoes. And 5 people own 8 pairs of shoes. So the one thing this line plot is missing is the title. It is also missing a label. The title would be what exactly it is we're talking about, and the label would be down below here, and it would tell us what these numbers actually mean. So in this case, it would have said pairs of shoes. And maybe the title would have been amounts of shoes each student owns. And then we could have our plot. We can utilize this plot to get some quick data information, like which one has the most, what has the least. We can also use it to find differences. How many more people had 8 pairs of shoes than 3 pairs of shoes? And we can use those X's to come up with our difference amounts. Rewatch the video if you need more information on pictographs and line plots. Otherwise, good luck on your worksheets.